everybody, welcome back to my channel, sushidragonmaster, and today I haven't made a video in a long time, but I'm back, finally. So, if you're wondering why I have a blanket, it's because I'm filming right by the front door, and it is freezing outside, so therefore it is freezing in this spot, so yeah, and I'm going to be pre-filming some stuff, so we're going to enjoy the blanket, because it's cold. So what I wanted to do today was talk about some of my favorite books of the year. I know like it's kind of early in December to be doing that, but I just kind of felt like these are the only 3 books that have stuck out to me through the whole year, and so I might as well just talk about them now because I just don't feel like I'm going to read anything else that becomes a favorite before the end of the year. I've been like really not reading a lot lately, which is why I really haven't been making videos, because I just wasn't getting excited about reading, so therefore talking about books doesn't really make that makes sense. I don't know. So let's just talk about the 3 books that stood out to me within this year. So the first one was Textrovert by Lindsay Summers. It's just something that after I read it, I would think about it sometimes, and I feel like that's something that indicates that you really like the book if you think about it sometimes, just at random. It's just like a cute little romance story, and peeps are involved, so that's always cool. And I believe I gave this a 4 out of 5 when I rated it, and it was something that I really enjoyed. I know like I'm saying this is one of my favorites, I'm not saying much about it, I just am really out of practice with making videos, so. Then there's the only fantasy book on this list, Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. I did not expect to like this at all. I don't know why. I didn't expect to like it, but I just didn't. So basically what I heard is from everybody is it's a Mulan retelling, but it's nothing like Mulan at all, so I hated it. That's what everybody was saying who got it early, or at least who I saw. I'm sure there's someone who got it early who loved it, but I just happened to not find that person. I only found the negative people. Of course I did, that's my life. But anyway, I went into it not expecting it to be like what you would expect from a Mulan retelling, and what I ended up describing it as is more like Mulan and Robin Hood put together, and that's what this is. So it's sort of more like that, and I really loved it. I really loved her writing. She is an amazing writer, and I really want to read her other duology so bad now. And I'm really excited for the sequel, and I gave this a 4.5 out of 5, and my only complaint was that the pacing was a little off, like it wasn't evenly paced. Not that a book has to have the same pace throughout the whole thing, like it doesn't have to be all slow or all fast, but it needs to be able to transition smoothly, but this was like, it's slow, and then it speeds up, and then it just drops. So it's just kind of like out of nowhere, you hit this slow part, and it's just kind of like, okay. But other than that, it was really good, and I loved it. I feel like that's all I've been saying, but yeah, I just really liked this, and it's something that I would read again, and I want to, but I don't know. There's a lot of books I haven't read yet that I thought and I should read. So maybe I shouldn't reread this, but also I can do whatever I want, so. Then the last book I'm going to talk about is the book that I can guarantee is my favorite book of the year. No matter how much more I read this year, this book will remain my favorite. And I read it in February, I believe, and it just remained my favorite book since then till now. It immediately went on my list of all-time favorites, not even just for the year, just like all-time favorite books. Like, it's up there with Percy Jackson and what are other favorite books I have? The Walk to Remember, I really love that one. You know, things like that. Like, it's up there with all the fantasy series I love, and I hardly ever give a contemporary book 5 stars. It's just not something I do for no particular reason. Like, there's not a set reason why. It's just that when I read them, I'm always like, oh cool, that was fun, now we're done. But they hardly ever stick with me. Like, there are ones that stick with me, like Textrovert did, and there's ones I really like Anna's French Kiss and A Walk to Remember, which I also gave 5 stars. That was the only, A Walk to Remember has been the only contemporary book that I ever gave 5 stars, and the reason was mainly surrounding the fact that I wasn't expecting to like it at all, and I did. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know what this book is, because I don't shut up about it. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen the little appreciation post I made about it, and it's a list of pages by Robin Rowe. This book I gave a 5 out of 5. It is the second contemporary book I have ever read to give 5 out of 5 stars since I got back into reading. We're going to say that, because I didn't really rate anything back when I was younger. But this book, I remember it started, I heard it from one person once, and I just remember thinking, I want to read that. And then it started to gain hype from everybody getting I don't know how to word this. People getting video deals for it, working with Disney to promote this book. And a lot of times when people do that, it gets my expectations up a lot, and then I read the book and it's not a bad book, but because my expectations were so high, I just can't enjoy it as much as I could. And with this one, I just remember anytime somebody started bringing it up, no matter what the video was, I would just mute the video, because I just didn't want to be disappointed at all. But yeah, I couldn't help have my expectations go up, because people who were reading it were loving it, and then I read it, and it's just, wherever my expectations were, this just knocked it out and just kept going. It was not at all what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to feel so real, and I just loved this book so much, and I cried a lot while reading it. I feel like I'm going to cry now because I'm thinking about stuff in it, because I'm talking about it, because there are certain things that I really, really liked in this book that I can't talk about it because it makes me cry. So we're not going to talk about specifics. It feels like I'm going to cry anyway because I'm thinking about it. It was just something that I already said this, but it really, really, it felt real. Everything about it felt real. The characters felt real. Their problems felt real. What they were dealing with felt real. And then I started to really sympathize with them and really, really want things to work out for them, because they felt real. I have read so many books where while I'm in the book, it feels real, but the second you close that book and you put it away, you're back in reality and the characters don't exist anymore. But with this one, it's just, I couldn't stop thinking about it, because it just, everything felt so real. And I even went as far as to illustrate my copy with little stick figures, and what I did was, like, when I would finish a chapter, I'd go back to the beginning of the chapter and draw little stick people in ways that I felt represented that chapter. And I also had, like, a color-coded method with pens, and I underlined stuff in here, and it was just something that I immediately wanted to read again. Like, when it was over, I didn't want it to be over. I just wanted to do it again, and I feel like I just keep repeating myself, but it's just so good. And Robin Rowe, the author, is, like, really nice. I've never met her in person, but I would love to, and, like, any time I say anything about this book on Twitter and how much I love it, she is always so grateful that we love her book. Like, to anybody who will say good things about her book, and I really like that, you know, she goes out of her way to read things that people are saying about her book, because I don't feel like many authors do that. And any other book she writes, I will definitely be buying it. In fact, I am planning to get the paperback of this book because I loved it that much that I need 2 copies. Because I just do. And if it ever became a movie, I'd get the movie cover too. I just love it so much. I'll take any copies. In fact, I'll get another hardcover if I wasn't broke. So I could go on and on about a list of pages for a really long time, but I'm not going to, because then I'm going to start spoiling stuff and crying, because I'm going to start talking about the things that made me cry in the book and all that. And we don't need that right now. We're supposed to be being positive. But anyway, thank you for watching. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite books of the year were. Don't forget to subscribe, because I am going to try to upload videos every Monday and Friday. Even if I'm not home, I'll just schedule it. I'll do something. I'll make sure something gets up on those days. I'll try my best. And I will see you guys next time.